swine flu. First of all, let me thank Dr. Bose for kindly agreeing to come and spare his valuable time and give this talk to us. Let me also thank Deepa and her colleagues in the MacArthur Foundation who have helped to coordinate and bring this event here. Deepa runs the health program in the MacArthur Foundation, which is one of the institutions located here in the Habitat complex. And this entire health series we have put together with the help of the MacArthur Foundation and another of our institutions, that is the Population Council, which is also housed here in the Habitat Center.
Pleasure in introducing this talk, which is extremely topical given that we are flu season in Delhi, and I know that folks are very concerned about, how do you contact flu, and when does it become serious. I think flu has always been with us, but in this particular case, this season, we've seen significant mortality, and definitely a lot of people have been suffering. So to that end, we thought that this topic would be interesting for folks to hear from an expert who's been working on respiratory illnesses about what is the nature of this flu, how does it spread, how can it be prevented, and in case folks contact it, how can it be managed. And I think there is also a bit of a scare about, should we go here, should we go into the market, should we travel, should visitors come from the US or some other places. So I think perhaps there'll be a chance after the formal presentation to also have some question and answers, and if there are specific questions that folks have, we can take it from there.
Mr. Rakesh Shankar, thank you, Deepa, for introducing this here. So today, as you have been seeing for the last couple of months, there's a lot of panic button which is going on. We are talking about flu, a lot of phone calls come to the doctors, what should we do? Do you have Tamiflus? All those things which is going on. And I think what I'm going to share in my next half an hour or so presentation is that, it's more of a panic button which we are going through, and not to get panic about it, because it is not something which is very new. It's been there for time immemorial, and only thing we should know how to control it, how to prepare ourselves, and how to take good care of yourself, and it can make a lot of difference. Now when we do the coding part of this is how you write what is a virus type, what is a geographic origin, like this is Moscow origin, the strain number, the year of isolation, because this is very important to keep a track of what exactly the viruses are being there, which is responsible for the endemicity or the problems. Because by keeping a track of the influenza viruses, you come to know how frequently they are coming and hitting the mankind. So this is a very important way to keep a track of the virulence. So pig to human by inhaling the viral particles, and let me tell you, there is no risk from eating cooked pork. It doesn't come from cooked pork, it's pig to man population. Then finally, it goes to the man when you're in proximity to the hog population, and that is how it gets spread. So it's the assortment or the mixed bag of viruses which is causing this problem. And if you see here, why I'm showing this technical things, this mixing which is happening, and these are the different receptors which we are talking about, the binding the receptors to the host cells. HA, this is called the hemagglutinin or H1, they go and very tightly fix to the host cells, and that is how they go into the vectors of human body, change the genetic code, and they damage the system. And these are the different ways, they are RNA-viruses, they go into your own genetic system, what you call the chromosomal network, and change the whole, and they become stronger. So how does a virus change? There are two ways it can change. One is an antigenic shift. Now what is an antigenic shift? If you see here, now in antigenic shift, you see this virus is coming, say there are 5 black colors coming from here and 5 coming from here. So you get a mixed bag here, and this mixed bag which you get, this becomes a different virus, and this is called antigenic shift. Antigenic drift means you're getting one kind of viruses, but there's a mutation which is setting in. So this is a drift. So either you're getting either because of shift of the genetics which is happening, or the drift of the genetics which is happening. So both are, let's just start with a lot of respiratory system, poor appetite, intestinal symptoms are very high. And the virulence or the spread of the virus is a function of how serious is the virulence or the genetic code, what is the immunity level of the virus to the general population, and how frequently it is getting transmitted. So all that decides the pan-endemic variety.